Well, it's a big show. Oh, it's a big bad show tonight. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the big show. You know it. Yes, indeed. I am Ralph Williams, and this is Ralph's Opinion, and we welcome you every Monday here at 3 o'clock here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms. And it's great to be here this afternoon. I have a lot to talk about today, including the almighty eclipse, which is jamming up everybody today. And everybody's planning on that. Schools are out. Everything is where it needs to go as far as that goes. But, you know, my feelings on the eclipse, who cares? Okay, that's just me. I mean, who cares? And Erie is going to make all their money today on all that stuff with the with this eclipse. They're going to make a bundle. Presque Isle State Park, I wouldn't even be there if I was anyone today for this eclipse. But if you're there, good for you. I'm glad that you're enjoying your day, wasting away, looking at some sun eclipse. I know that won't be here for another 20 years. And for some people, and I heard this morning, some people think that it's the end of the world. I mean, the eclipse is coming and we're here and here it is, and all that other horse and cadoodle. So everyone thinks that it's about to hit the road. And I don't think the world's ending just because of this eclipse. But what I do know is that we have what we have as far as the eclipse goes. All right. All right. This is Ralph's Opinion. I'm Ralph Williams. I'm here every Monday at 3 p.m. It's great to be here with you this afternoon. And I hope that you're having a great day. And I'm having a good one as well. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios. That number 724-201-0500. Call Mata today. You ought to call Mata Heating and Air Conditioning for the best heating and air conditioning work there is in the entire Western Pennsylvania area. Give Mata a call. 724-201-0500. Ask for Bill. Tell Bill Ralph Williams sent you. This show is brought to you by RW Media Productions. And I have a lot to talk about today. What's the eclipse? I want to know what the eclipse does for you. Does it help your business? Does it help anything, for you? Is your family in business? Does it help them? Does it help the city you're living in? Do you live in one of the cities where the eclipse is supposed to be happening? Does it help you? That's what I want to know today. All right. What does the eclipse do for you? For me, nothing. It does absolutely zero. Okay. I don't choose to talk about the eclipse because I don't think it's necessary to talk about. We have other important issues in this country to worry about right now than the eclipse. All right. Don't forget tonight at 7 p.m., The Way We See It with me, Ralph Williams, and Bill Canada. I'll be hooking up with him in a few right after the show to go over tonight's show at 7 o'clock. We'll be right here on our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms as well. All right. All right. Let's get started here. First, I want to start with something that I saw a report on today from a news report down in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I have a soft spot for North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I've been to Raleigh. I've been to Gardner. I've been to a few areas, Denton. I've been to a few areas of North Carolina around the Raleigh area. Okay. I've visited some things and, I know there's some other cities that are pretty decent. Well, Greensboro has come up with something that the city of Pittsburgh here is trying to come up with. They want to do something called tiny homes. Okay. They want to build these little tiny homes for homeless people. Now, I don't have an issue with this. And I don't want you to take what I'm saying out of context. oh, well, if you have a problem trying to help the homeless. No, I don't. I have no issue trying to help the homeless. I don't have a problem trying to help the homeless, but I have a problem when our homeless people are in our downtown area, which is the prime concepted area of our city, where the homeless are destroying our city, where the homeless have destroyed our city. I don't know what the homeless have done to your city, okay? And I've talked about the homeless many times. Portland, Oregon, once again, you know, a topic of my discussion because they are number one in the country in homeless people. They even beat out LA, and that's pretty sad. It's so bad in LA that they have a homeless czar, okay? It's not bad in Raleigh, at least it wasn't when I was there in 2019, okay? Last time I was there was the month before COVID, okay? All right. COVID, the thing that made us all run away and hide. We didn't care about what our country was about. We didn't care about whether our businesses could stay open. Our governments panicked. And everybody went into this big panic mode about COVID. Okay. I didn't. But that's me. That's Ralph Williams. That's not anyone else. There are a lot of people out here who will say to me, Ralph, well, you know, you didn't get what COVID's about. You could get sick. I went on, I got my shots. I wore a mask, but I went out. I didn't let COVID keep me behind. If I'm a business, I wouldn't have let COVID keep my business closed. There were people in this state, because we have a dictator named Tom Wolf, who was our former governor, who decided to, here in Pennsylvania, shut everything down. And our current governor was the attorney general at the time, and he was fining people, shutting people's businesses down for failing to follow pandemic rules. All right. Excuse me. And the only problem I have is, this governor that we have right now, and if anybody understands what I'm saying here, would not be the governor if Doug Mastriani, who was running for governor at the time here in Pennsylvania, had decided to participate in that January 6, 2021 debacle down in Washington, D.C. And today I'm here to tell you that that's the one thing that I'm angry with Trump about, was that. All right. If that's the case, if it's for real that Trump really instigated that, then I have a problem, and I do. Okay. But let's look at the now. Let's look at where we are now as we compare before. And we'll get back to the tiny houses in a minute. Okay. Sometimes I like to steer off the topic, but I get back to it. Okay. If it's the first time watching my show here, or if you're watching the replay of it on YouTube or Facebook, okay, and we're all now on Spotify, we are on Apple, and we are on Amazon. This will go there after I am finished with the show today. And we'll go to those platforms as well. Okay? All right. So if Trump did that, and you were to go to the polls and vote Trump in the primary, unfortunately for us here in Pennsylvania, we're doing our primary election early this year, April 23rd. For some odd reason, I don't know why, and it's going to interfere with my sports draft show. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I will be voting before I leave here to go to the radio station to do my show. I always vote. There's only been maybe a few times that I did. Okay. But if you don't vote, then you have no right to complain. None. I don't want to hear from you. And I don't think anyone else should either. Because the reason I say this, and I know what you're saying to me, Ralph, you're a communist. Because you're trying to tell me my freedom of speech that I don't like a certain candidate. Well, that's fine. But if you don't like a certain candidate, then get him out. All right. We have a couple progressive candidates here in Pennsylvania that I'd like to run out of here. One of them is Summer Lee. Okay. And despite the fact that all of you out there hear her campaign ads that say, well, she does this with Biden and she does that with Biden and she does this with Biden and she does that with Biden. She doesn't. She's insulted the man. She's gone against him on numerous things, including the infrastructure package. All right. Against our country with Israel, who in self-defense, we'll talk about that later. I'm tired of hearing about this peace plan. We'll talk about that later. Right now, let's focus on this election. Do you continue to want in this election these progressive Democrats who continue to run this country into the ground? In your city, maybe not. I don't know. But here in Pittsburgh, things are getting ran into the ground because of the progressive thinking. And the progressive thinking needs to stop. We need to get some Democrats in here, if we're going to vote Democrats, that are, I guess, what do you call them? Moderates, the left, the right, the middle, up the street, down the block. I don't know what you call them. I don't care. All I know is that the progressive Democrats have ran this city into the ground. And they're going to continue to do it in your city and across the country and around the world. Okay? Why? Because they make stupid decisions. That's why. Okay? They want to defund police. Look what they did in Portland. Look what they're doing here in Pittsburgh. Look what they're possibly doing in your neck of the woods, in your country, and in your area where you live. Is that the case with these progressive Democrats? Maybe not. I don't know. Progressive Democrats stick up for criminals. They want criminals to go into programs, not into jails. They want them released on bail. They feel they should have tablets. They feel they should have $125 a month commissary. That's what we give our people here in our county jail. So if I'm homeless, because of the progressives, if I'm homeless, not only do I get a tiny home, which we started off the show talking about, okay? If I commit a crime, I go to the Allegheny County Jail here in Pittsburgh and I get a tablet. And not only do I get a tablet, I get $125 a month commissary money. Wow. And now they want to pay people at the jail just like they pay them at the state prisons to do work at the jail. Because they're saying that it's inhumane, not that's slave labor at the jail if they don't pay them. Okay. We have a couple big mouth people in this county that do nothing but run their mouth about how they're upset and they want this and they want that, and if they don't get the inch, they, instead of taking an inch, they want a mile. And that's like, you call greed somebody who wants too much money all the time and can't settle for what they have. Of course. Michael Douglas said in Wall Street, greed is good. Wall Street too, he said greed is not good. Okay. All right. But just think about it when you go to the polls. Think about what's going to happen if you continue to vote the same people doing the same job all across the board. We got to vote in a president now. And we got the same two people. It's like, remember boxing when you kept having Tyson versus whoever. Okay. Or it was Sugar Ray Leonard versus Thomas Hearns all the time. Or it was Muhammad Ali versus Smoking Joe Frazier. Or whomever. Okay. It's the same thing now, but the sad part about this is our country's on the line. Do you want an old man who is planning on running again and he's in his late 80s and he barely can talk and he talks a good game. It's typical Joe Biden. Stick foot in your mouth every time. That's Joe. That's his style. Donald Trump lately, last couple times, has been sticking his foot in his mouth, talking about how he likes immigrants from good countries. Okay, I agree with that. because there are some countries that have bad people that keep coming here. That's really not opening up his mouth. That's just speaking what he feels. And I didn't realize that at first with him. I thought Trump was, a complete radical, act like a third grader, and he did. But now he's saying some sensible stuff. And despite the fact that January 6th happened, and I get it, he left his vice president hanging. He did it to screw Nancy Pelosi because she didn't like him. Despite all of that, put it aside and think for a minute, if you can. Because I know a lot of you out there smoke pot. A lot of you out there drink too much. And your brain is just not there. Okay? I know it for a fact. All right? Your brain just isn't there. So think for a minute. Be practical. Okay? When you go to the polls, do some serious thinking. Do I really want this to continue to go on? Do I want to continue to pay high prices for food? Do I want to continue to pay high prices for gas? Do I want to continue to pay Russia $16 million for a month or a year or whatever it is for gasoline? Do I want to continue to go into the strategic reserve, which I heard we had 300 million gallons. Now we're down to 150 million gallons. And we haven't replenished it. Okay? If this country, and I hope it never happens, has a natural disaster of some kind, in any way, shape, or form, maybe some huge earthquake that takes out the whole country, or a natural disaster of some proportion, this country is screwed badly. Okay? Do you want a guy who's senile at the helm? Or do you want a guy who pretty much has all his marbles together and has a pretty good idea as what he's doing and can do something to stop some of these countries from attacking us? It's coming. We're going to get attacked by somebody. China's not going to sit around and wait. Neither is Russia. That's psycho Putin over there. But at least Trump has a leash on him. He said he can end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. I believe him because everything he says has happened. All right. The only thing I'm afraid of is what will he do for the poor? Everyone says he's not doing anything for the poor. Bull. Trump's done some stuff for the poor. Okay. Maybe it's not what you want as someone who's poor, but you would rather be poor than work. Am I right? I think I am. I think I'm right about this. I think you're poor, but you would rather be poor than go out and work. Okay? Instead of trying to work, make something of yourself, build yourself up a nice little nest egg, you'd rather be poor. Instead of going out and getting a job, you're out there trying to scam people. All right? Homeless, tiny homes. I love them. I think it's a good idea. The camps are a good idea, but not near downtown of any kind. Okay? Not anywhere near a downtown area. Put them out of sight, out of mind. If they want to go downtown, give them a free bus pass. They can go downtown with that bus pass. But they can go home. They can be in their nice little community out there in the woods of somewhere in your community or whatever and let it go. Let them live their lives. Go on YouTube. Check out the video about Greensboro, North Carolina and their homeless tiny homes. Check it out. I like it. But I don't want them downtown or near downtown. I want them out of the way of downtown. If they want to go downtown, pick up the phone, call an agency, have them come and get you. Or get on a bus. I would give these people a tiny home under the agreement that they go out and look for work. Under the agreement that they agree to get into a program if they're a drug addict or an alcoholic. All right? That they agree to get into certain things. See, people want everything, but they don't want rules. And then when there's rules, they don't want to follow them. But they want. Take, 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 take. If I can't get it like that, then I'm just going to take it. And that's wrong. That's not the way our country was built. That's not the way our country used to be. But it is now, and it's sad. It really is. It's a sad state of affairs. All right. We come back. We got a lot more topics to talk about. The Israel Hamas war. Trump. More on Trump. Dollar Tree Family Dollars closing up a still. 99-cent store going bankrupt. How did this happen? Well, I'm going to tell you how it happened, okay? The eclipse. We'll talk some more about that later on. I'm really not in the mood to talk about it, but maybe we won't. Biden ads. Central Florida restaurants. We'll talk about that. Ukraine-Russia war. Spirit Airlines. We have a lot to talk about here. We're here till 4 o'clock. It's Ralph's Opinion right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X platforms. And we will be back right after these words. .com is a website that provides you with all of the best information about any draft, NHL, Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, any kind of draft. 412.com has an e-magazine delivered to your inbox for $9 a month. And also they give you all the skinny and on all the athletes and also podcasts. Draft 412.com. Do you drive a dirty car? Why? You need to have your car detailed and detailed by professionals at P6 Auto Detailing, New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Call today, 412-965-6578. P6 Auto Detailing. They are the professionals at detailing cars. That number again, 412-965-6578. P6 Auto Detailing in New Kensington. Let me talk to you today about the original Hometown Pizza in Moon Township, right on University Boulevard. They have some of the best pizza you'll ever have. 412-264-4444. Call for takeout, delivery, or eat in. Go to the original Hometown Pizza today. Mention my name, Ralph Williams, and you will get a discount on your bill. Hometown Pizza, Moon Township, some of the best of the original Hometown Pizza. Let me talk to you here today about Mauda Heating and Air Conditioning. 724-201-0500. Mauda Heating and Air Conditioning. They have the best technicians to handle your furnace, air conditioner, UV lighting, snow melt, much, much more. Call them today, 724-201-0500. Mauda Heating and Air Conditioning. You can also catch them on Facebook at Mauda Heating and Air Conditioning. Mauda, you oughta call Mauda Heating and Air Conditioning. Okay, we're back here at the Ralph's Opinion Show, and Juana's on here on the comment section. She says good afternoon to me, and good afternoon to you too, Juana. Thank you for being part of the program. All right, we're here at Ralph's Opinion. We were just talking about tiny houses for the homeless. I like the idea. All right. Anthony Coghill, our city councilman here, who has a construction company, wants to build these for homeless people. I have no problem with that. Again, I will tell you one more time, I have no problem with that. But I have a problem when it's in downtown Pittsburgh. That's when I have a problem. And you should too, not only as a voter, but as a citizen. Do you want all these homeless people running all over town? No. Our downtown looked disgusting for the NCAA basketball tournament. And I'll say it once and I'll say it again, disgusting. Okay? And it still looks disgusting, and it's still out of control. All right? All right. Let's get started here with a few more topics here. The Israel-Hamas peace agreement. Okay. I'm tired of hearing from the UN. And I'm tired of hearing some people say, well, there needs to be a peace agreement. Okay. Israel was attacked. Israel has a right to defend itself. What? Let's say we were attacked. I'm going to use this as a scenario. Do you think our government should sit back and just let them attack and then have the UN come in and go, I think you really need to have some kind of a peace agreement here. There is no peace agreement when there's war. Our country learned about that in Vietnam. My dad served 2 tours in Vietnam as a Marine. There's no peace agreement. There was a peace agreement in the war in Vietnam, and Vietnam still attacked us. They still attacked South Vietnam. They didn't care. What makes you think Israel and Hamas thinks about a peace agreement? Okay? All right? Hamas started this. So don't sit there and go, oh, Gaza's got this problem. Gaza got this problem because of Hamas. Okay? And those people that are living in Gaza that are hurting right now, I feel bad for them. I do. Some of the innocent citizens. But I don't feel bad for Hamas people who live there who have attacked Israelis. And if you're sitting there today going, well, we need to have a peace agreement, I get it. I get it. We have a Jewish community here in Pittsburgh. Everywhere there's a Jewish community. There's protests everywhere about this war, okay? And Netanyahu, who is the prime minister for Israel, is not going to give up because he wants to destroy Hamas. And I don't blame him because Israel is not only just tired of that, they're tired of wasting time. They're tired of wasting resources. They're tired of wasting negotiation. They're tired of wasting money trying to fight this Hamas, and they won't go away. So you know what you do? You destroy them. It's that simple. I don't like war any more than anyone else does, but sometimes when you got to fight for yourself, that's what you got to do. Okay? And that's what's going to happen in this country if we continue to vote for progressive Democrats. We're not going to have a police department. We're going to be fighting amongst each other, which we're doing already. In Western Pennsylvania, we have the highest rate of applications for gun permits. I wonder why. Think about that. Take a look at the Hamas and Israel war. Okay? I have a colleague who has a talk show on the same radio station that I have my sports talk show on. You know what he said to me? Don't call my show anymore. I said, why? He said, because you bring up logical stuff, and the people that I have that listen to my show, they don't like logic. My logic is this. Take a look at the Hamas war and the Israel war, because if you take a look at that war and the Ukraine-Russian war, and any war that we've ever fought, any war that we've ever been in other than World War II, has it been to defend our country? No. And that's why everyone's going out getting gun permits. That's why everyone's going out getting firearms. That's why everybody's, getting themselves ready. Because sooner or later, okay, if you keep voting in these people, these progressive Democrats, you're not going to have a police department. It's going to be martial law. And people will decide everything by shooting each other. Thank you, Juana. She agrees with me about Israel. Israel has a right to defend themselves. Hamas, what I can't get here is why isn't the UN, why isn't the NATO, why isn't all these other whatever you want to call it groups going after the Hamas people? Why are they just going after Israel? And I get the Jews, the Israelis. They want this to stop. People who Hamas has hostages. I get that. I really do. I get it. Okay. But I don't know if there's going to be a peace agreement because the United States wants to broker one. And Netanyahu has already told Joe Biden to eat it. He says, I don't tell the United States how to do their business. Well, that's right. So why should we stick our nose other than to maybe help them with some other logistical stuff, which we can do? They've done for us, Israel. Israel's done a lot for the United States over the years. When it came down to the Iraq War, Afghanistan, Iran. They've jammed up Iran's finances until our progressive president here decided to give them all their money back. Obama did the same thing. Okay? Why would you give a dangerous country like Iran their money back? They don't deserve it. They're going to take it, they're going to use it, they're going to build nuclear weapons, and they're going to attack us. And Joe Biden's going to push the wrong button instead of the button to launch the nuclear weapons or whatever weapons we need to launch. He's going to push the button for the maid to come in and help out. That's exactly what's going to happen. So go ahead, vote Joe Biden back in. Just keep it up. Keep putting progressive Democrats in here. I just gave you an example. And when I come up with a topic like this, I always give some other kind of an example as to what's going on so that our country, you can see what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Juana says Israel has a right to defend themselves. They do. They've been picked on too much. And Netanyahu has had enough. And I don't blame him. I don't. I hope Israel blows away Hamas. I hope it blow them right off the earth. I feel bad again, and I'll say prayers for the people in Gaza, who are having, their issues. Hunger, famine. We have groups out there asking for money to help them. We're sending relief airplanes in and dumping them. Oh, if the United States doesn't do that, they're the mean old United States. No. Why should we help you? You're going after our ally, Israel. Okay? But we're helping them. We're helping Gaza. We're helping Hamas. And then we got this Houthi gang here that's running all over the world, going after our ships, our supply chain issues. All right? I gave my opinion last week about the Baltimore thing. I think, in my eyes, that's an attack. Somebody did something to that boat or that ship or dolly or whatever you want to call it, as I said last week, that I personally believe somebody did something to that. Oh, the FBI says no, there ain't gonna be none of that stuff. Yeah. You're either, you know what? And I got swampland for sale in Florida with alligators in it. You want to buy it? That's what I think of the Baltimore crash. And that's Ralph's opinion today on Israel and Hamas. Trump says he will accept all immigrants from nice countries, peaceful countries that, people can come here and appreciate being here. Not the ones that come here and steal and rape our women and beat up our people and shoot at our people and get these privileges and that privilege and this privilege and that privilege. No. There are two things in Congress and the Senate can never agree on: the border wall and immigration. Now they're attacking abortion. Trump says he has no issues with abortion, banning Roe versus Wade, okay? And you can get an abortion if you need one. Women's right to choose. Okay, I guess you know what? You're right. It's a woman's right to choose to have sex with whoever she wants to have with and make as many babies as she wants and have as many abortions as she wants. Right? It's her body. She can do whatever she wants. Okay? Despite the fact that that's wrong, despite the fact that that's murder, despite the fact that that's irresponsibility from our country dealing with that. What, you can't go buy condoms and give it to your partner? What, you can't go buy birth control if that's what you want to do? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to wait for the agency to pass out free condoms and free birth control pills because, it's very expensive. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. And then that way I can get pregnant if I'm a woman. I can get pregnant and I can just go to the abortion clinic. Sad, really sad. I have no problem for an abortion if someone got raped. I have no problem for an abortion if someone's medically has to have it. They consumed the child and they're sick. And let me give you a little bit of of something here. Okay. My first wife that I was married to, and she's up in heaven with the Lord. Okay. Her name was Janice. She's up there with the Lord. God bless her. We were trying to have a baby. Doctor told her she conceives, she dies. Okay. We thought about adopting, and then in the early 2000s, she got sick. She was in and out of the hospital. She had to be in a nursing home. She was on a trach for a while. She was in a rehab nursing home. Okay. That's how bad she was. All right. I get it. If someone had a child, but they're so sick or they have cancer, or they have something, okay, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't. That's circumstance. And circumstance happens when it comes to abortion. But I have a problem when women, and I know somebody who was 15 years old. I know a woman or a girl who was a teenager, 15 years old, of a woman who was once a friend of mine, whose daughter, in the course of 1 year, had 3 abortions. Is that acceptable to you as a parent? A normal parent? Is that acceptable to you? 3 abortions, 15 years old, in the course of 1 year. Just go out there, and again, it's a free country. You can go out there, you can have sex, you can do whatever you want. You want to be gay, you want to be a lesbian, you want to be transsexual. I don't care what you do. But I have an issue when you go out there and you just have sex at will and have all these abortions all the time. And it's the same ones all the time. Is this how we want to live our lives in this country? Okay. All right. That's a death of a child, of a fetus, of a child. Okay. And it says in the Constitution that it's a free country. I can do whatever I want, Ralph. You're a communist. I've been called a communist. I've had emails that I've received over the last 6 months or a year or more since I've been doing a whole bunch of these shows. And before I took Bill on as my co-host on The Way We See It, when I was doing The Way I See It, I was called a communist. I was on a bus one time. It was 10 below or 20 below zero. And I saw this college kid in Oakland, section of the city of Pittsburgh, get on a bus with sandals and shorts like he lived in Florida. And I said, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" "Oh, this is a free country, dude. I have a right, dude, to wear these clothes like this, dude. And you're a communist." Oh, I'm a communist. For explaining to you logic, again, here we are, logic, that you shouldn't wear clothes like that when it's 20 below zero. That's Ralph's opinion today on that. We're gonna move on here because like Juana said, put it this way: if I got raped and became pregnant, I should be able to decide if I want an abortion or not. Absolutely, and sure, if you got raped, but to just go out there at no care in the world and just continue to get pregnant and get an abortion when you feel like it, like that 15-year-old. All right. This is what's really sad. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, out of business. 99-cent stores across the country, unfortunately, we don't have any in Pittsburgh, are filing for bankruptcy. And why? Because nowadays, it's hard to get stuff for 99 cents on a dollar. Now, I remember, and Wano can justify this, at one time or another, we've all gone to the Dollar Tree and spent 20 bucks and got 20 items plus a little bit of tax and walked out. Not now. Dollar Tree has raised their prices from 125 to 150 this year. Okay. They're planning on doing a Dollar Tree Plus store, which means you're going to pay $3 to $5, $7. Five and below, they've already lied. And I brought that up shows ago. But I'll say it again. Don't ever go to a five and below because they lie. If you don't believe me, waste your time and go there. Because I'm not going to sit here and hear myself talk. I'm sitting here because I'm trying to help you. And I'm giving you my opinion of this, and that is that they're five and below is a bunch of frauds. Go into a five and below. Is a boombox below? No, it's $15. That's not five and below. Shoes, $7. That's not five and below. And now Dollar Tree is going to start doing that now. They're going to go $3 and $7. There's no more dollar anymore. No more 99 cents anymore. Okay? Because our president here is too worried about others defunding police departments and people like that, our politicians, that's why everything is going up and nobody's doing anything about it. And if you don't see what I'm talking about, then guess what? You're either stupid, which never takes a vacation, or you're as blind as Stevie Wonder, because Stevie Wonder can see this. Okay? Stevie Wonder, the logical point here is Stevie Wonder can see this. One of the biggest staples of saving money, even though some of the products maybe aren't there. Hey, look, when I first moved in by myself, I worked 2 jobs. Okay? I didn't have time to wash dishes. I went to the dollar store and I got paper plates and I got nice plastic silverware. Have you ever been to a banquet or a wedding and it's catered? You know what caterers do now? They don't wash dishes no more. No, they use these little plastic plates. And you could get a set, used to get a set of about 10 of them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And then the silverware looks like real silverware. You can get that too. Not anymore. I used to go there and see deodorant that used to be about this tall. Okay. All right. Now it's this tall. All right. Prices have gone up and everything has gone down. And what has anyone done about it? Nothing. So now Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are going out of business. Nobody's going in them places. All right. Every time I go to the store, the prices go up, and our president doesn't care about this. Exactly. But I will tell you someone who does care. All right. Lotta, welcome to the program. Lotta says dollar stores are evil. Oh, yeah, maybe they are. Okay. And where there's a Dollar Tree, do you ever notice there's a Walmart, there's a Walmart, there's a Target, there's something else there. In our town here, we have Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is expensive, but they have good specials. They have a good deli. They have a nice arrangement of meats. They have good produce, and you're going to pay for that. But it's quality. And now in this country, people want quality over quantity now. They're willing to pay more money to get quality food, which of course is fine with most people. But there are some people who cannot afford to do that anymore. Dollar Tree, believe it or not, before they did all this rearranging here, they have a lot of different things that they used to have for $1. Excuse me, wasn't too bad. They had egg rolls, they had little frozen pizzas, they had meatballs, they had chicken patties. I haven't been in one in a while, so I don't know what one looks like anymore. Before I drove and I used to take the bus, I would go to work. There was a Dollar Tree near my job out in Robinson Township. I would go there, buy a bunch of groceries, bring a couple tote bags with me, carry them on the bus, take them home. I put them in the fridge at my job because I worked in a restaurant. Okay. So, but those were the days, as All in the Family would say. Those were the days. Okay. Lotta says, I don't think any president cares. All presidents got money. Exactly. All right, there you go there. Let's see what Lotta says again. Thanks, Ralph. I put on your show for my grandma to listen to. We're in Brookline, and I have been reading about how dollar stores operate. Thank you. Thank you, Lotta, for being local, and Juana as well. All right. I don't think any president cares. It's all about money. Hold on, wait a minute here. I got this. Okay, here we go. This one right here. All right. Okay. Let's see here. We got this one. All right. In my community college, one of the teachers said dollar stores purposely target poor areas and then get good paying jobs wiped out by low paying jobs. Okay. You're right. Lotta, you are right about all that. That's the truth. Okay. And now, and since the Dollar Tree raised everything a quarter, all the people who couldn't afford to go anywhere else that went there for that dollar are now have been complaining. They're burning up Dollar Tree's customer service. They're burning up corporate office phone numbers. If you can get a hold of somebody at a corporate office, good luck trying to do that. I've done it. Believe me, it's no picnic. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. All right. But yeah, poor people, they put them in poor areas, and poor people can go there, and which is their right to do, to spend their money the way they want to spend it. Juana says to Lotta, you are right. Exactly. We're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios, 724-201-0500. Call Mata today for all your heating and air conditioning needs. They have the great professionals at Mata will take very good care of you. That number again, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. You ought to call Mata today. All right, we come back. We have some more topics here. It looks like it's getting worse for Spirit Airlines since they didn't merge with JetBlue, because that merger went down the old toilet bowl. All right, we'll talk about that as well, all when we come back right after these words. Let me talk to you today about the original Hometown Pizza in Moon Township, right on University Boulevard. They have some of the best pizza you'll ever have. 412-264-4444. Call for takeout, delivery, or eat in. Go to the original Hometown Pizza today. Mention my name, Ralph Williams, and you will get a discount on your bill. Hometown Pizza, Moon Township, some of the best of the original Hometown Pizza. Hello, Ralph Williams here to talk to you today about Sleep Pittsburgh, 8th Avenue Homestead, for the best selection of affordable mattresses, day beds, lift chairs, futons, and more. Check out sleeppittsburgh.com for their inventory or call 412-462-7858. They also offer no credit check financing and a whole lot more. Sleep Pittsburgh for the best sleep tonight. Ralph Williams here today to let you know that I am handicapped. I'm in a wheelchair, and I will not deny it. But I've had some recent inconveniences lately. So you know what I did? I went out and I reached out to foldandtravelmobility.com. You know, foldandtravelmobility.com has some of the best folding power wheelchairs. Look, do you not go to certain events because you can't get there or you can't make it because you need a folding power wheelchair to put in your vehicle? Well, guess what? foldandtravelmobility.com has the right model for you. Get in touch with them today. foldandtravelmobility.com. Get on the phone, 1-877-GOTFOLD, foldandtravelmobility.com. 1-877-GOTFOLD. Let the experts help you get into a folding power wheelchair. Don't be sad. Be glad. Let your life get back in order. Foldandtravelmobility.com. Ralph Williams here for sponsorship advertising with RW Media Productions. You get Sports Corner Radio Show on Beaver County Radio. You also get 8 podcasts. Call today for the best affordable rates in advertising at 412-545-4317 or ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Sponsorship advertising with RW Media Productions. Hello, Ralph Williams here for DJ Fun. DJ Fun, F-U-N, is a party and special event DJ. He will DJ your party and will play any genre of music you wish. Call DJ Fun today at 412-990-8448. That number again, 412-990-8448. DJ Fun for the best party DJ and affordable prices. DJ Fun. Okay, we're back here at Ralph's Opinion. We're here every Monday, 3 p.m., right here on our social media platforms. Thank you to Juana. Thank you to Lotta from locally here in Pittsburgh. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to invite you to call your friend, call your cousin, call somebody, get them here watching Ralph's Opinion. And I give you my opinion, the way I look at things, the way I'm seeing things. And later on tonight, I team up with my good friend Bill Canada, and we have a show called The Way We See It. We got a lot to talk about tonight, all right? Including the rash of missing people. The rash. And it's like a rash. People just missing out of nowhere. We're going to talk about that tonight as well. And I got some big-time blasts. Animal cruelty again. What is going on with people? We'll talk about that tonight on The Way We See It. And a whole lot more. All right. So don't forget to tune in 7 p.m. tonight. Chinese Wisdom. We have our blast segment, Bonehead, and also our ridiculousness segment as well. And Billy will give his segment on driving. He gets out there more than I do these days. And even when I'm out there, I could tell you some stories. And we tell you some stories about driving. It's crazy what some of these people are doing out here. You know, I'm wondering something. And I want you to tell me if maybe you're wondering the same thing I am. Where do you get your driver's license, some of these people? Cracker Jack box, raffle, flea market, that kind of thing. Where do you get your driver's license at? Where do you get it at? If I'm the Cracker Jack vendor at PNC Park, and I don't even know if they still do this or not. I don't go to too many Pirate games. I refuse to pay for a Pirate game. We'll talk. That's something for another day. All right. But anyway, if you go to PNC Park, you see the Cracker Jack vendor there. The guy comes around selling Cracker Jack. Just tell him to say it's the one with driver's licenses in them, and he'll make a mint. There you go. All right. The Biden ads. Biden's out here talking about how, he fixed this economy. Oh, he did this. Oh, Trump's doing that. Oh, Trump didn't do the infrastructure bill. Oh. Well, first of all, Mr. Biden or President Biden, the infrastructure package had to happen because of the Fern Hollow Bridge, and you know it. Okay? That happened here in Pittsburgh. It happened here. And it just so happens that it happened when you were here to visit. How convenient. Okay? And you got John Fetterman running around in 10 below zero weather or whatever it was that day. It was very cold with flip-flops, sandals and shorts. He walks up to the president and he shakes his hand, and the president looks at him like he's weird, and he is, for walking around with a hoodie, shorts, and sandals. Okay. Oh, I know. Once again, everybody, all you people out there who think that's the appropriate way that someone who is in that kind of a politician state should act. The president is coming to town, and you are a congressperson, and you dress like you're on the beach, like a hobo, as we call it here. All right. Why doesn't President Biden release that American Rescue money that he's holding on to for years? If they don't use the money at the end of 2000, it goes straight back. Yeah, I know, Juana. Biden has stuck his foot in his mouth so bad, everybody, that he lies and says things that he doesn't realize what he says or what he says. Because what he does is he'll go, well, you're going to get a $2,000 thing here or whatever. We never got it. Oh, you're going to get this part. This is going to help you out. No, it hasn't. All right. And just now we're fixing stuff because the Fern Hollow Bridge had to fall for that to happen. The overpass or whatever, the freeway or the highway there in Philly had to fall before we finally did something. This bridge in Baltimore had to collapse because it got hit by a ship because it wasn't strong enough. Had to collapse before we finally wake up and do something. Okay. Juana says she can't stand Biden. Neither can I. And I'm telling you right now, either Kennedy or Trump. I haven't heard anything from Kennedy. He's been sort of the silent creature, hanging out in a cave somewhere, waiting to use his family's name to win. Oh, man, I don't care what he thinks. I'm going to vote because it's Kennedy. Kennedy. Okay? All right? That's why I'm going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for Robert Kennedy. Why? It's Kennedy. But he's hiding in a cave. What has he come out and said? He didn't even show up for any debates. What has he come out and done? He put a commercial up for the Super Bowl. Okay? What has Kennedy done? Absolutely zero. Nothing. All right? He has done nothing. All right? And that's exactly what's going on. Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah. Mr. Kennedy, who has done nothing, who has said nothing. But you'll vote for him because he's Kennedy. If my name was Kennedy and I was running in this town for something, you'd vote for me because my last name is Kennedy. Okay? All right, real quick here. Ukraine-Russia war. Ukraine has destroyed some bases, has Russians retreating. Russia can't win a ground war. They stink. They're terrible at ground forces. They win with bombs, drones, nuclear weapons, that kind of thing. They can't win with a ground war. They stink. They're terrible. Horrible. Their generals ran away. Some of them haven't been around or were there for the war. It's just like the Iraq War, the first one, the first Persian Gulf War. They all put their hands up in the air, wave white flags. They didn't want to fight for Saddam. Russians don't want to fight for Putin. All right. So Ukraine's destroying their ships, destroying some of their stuff, trying to get the upper hand, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. We gave them weapons, which we're continuing to do. And you got Congress now wants to get rid of Mike Johnson as the speaker because he's working with the Democrats. See, nobody in Washington here as well, folks, you have to understand this when you go to the polls. You got to put somebody in there that's not only staying on one party line, but has to work together with other people. When you work a job or when you're on a team, professional team or any kind of a team, okay, you have to be able to work together. Together, everybody achieves more. But in Washington, it's everybody achieves less. You call it teal. Together, everybody achieves less because nobody wants to achieve more. All they want to do is fight. Why do we continue to have these threats of government shutdown? When are we going to get something together to where that stops? Until we get these people out of here and get somebody in there that's willing to get some work done, I don't know. That's the Ukraine-Russia war. That's my opinion on that. Spirit Airlines. And this is our final topic of the day here. Then we're going to wrap things up. Spirit Airlines is in some deep doo-doo. Okay? And I'll tell you why they're in some deep doo-doo. They tried to merge with JetBlue. JetBlue and Frontier and Spirit were all supposed to merge together as one big airline. Well, guess what? The FAA and the Trade Commission turned it down. They told them no, it can't happen. I don't know if there wasn't enough money involved. I don't know if routes would be affected, jobs. It could have been a matter of anything. Now Spirit has to furlough 260 pilots. Okay. And there's going to be a lot of delays because there's going to be a lot of delays because of the 737 Boeing thing. And now they're in bigger doo-doo because you know why? They have to stop their Airbus delivery of Airbus planes because they don't have any money. And they're furloughing pilots. And you know what's sad? Little airports like Latrobe, Pennsylvania, where they rely on Spirit to make the economy of that airport, is going bye-byes. Probably. It did before. They cut out every route that was there, and then they brought back the one to Orlando. And now they just brought back this summer the one to Myrtle Beach. And they're still flying, I think, to Miami and Fort Lauderdale and a couple other places out of Pittsburgh. I remember when Latrobe Airport had a bunch of flights from Spirit. Spirit was their only airlines there. Erie, on the other hand, could have a better airport, but their director's an idiot. Okay? He hasn't done anything to bring any extra airlines there. I've given him suggestions as to who to go see. And he hasn't done anything. And I'm surprised he still has a job. That is a nice little airport. It has maybe 4 or 5 gates. It's nice. Go in, get your luggage, get out. It's not like, well, Pittsburgh International's new airport's supposed to be a lot easier. It's not complicated like some of the other major airports. Okay? Atlantic City's airport's the same way. I've been there. Their airport, Spirit, flies there. And that's it. That's the only one that goes there. Delta used to go there years ago, I heard. Useless Air, when they were around. Okay? We have an airline here that started up called Breeze, and now Frontier's starting to expand. Okay? But these small city airports are going to lose a lot of these things because of what's going on. Okay? And Spirit now is in deep doo-doo. They're not going to be able to function. They're going to have to go out of business. And it's sad. I've flown Spirit Airlines. They're a nice airline. I flew them from here to Atlantic City many times, a few times. Never flown to Florida or anywhere else with them. Okay? They used to have a flight from here to Atlantic City. They don't anymore. Okay? Why do I need to go to, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind going back to Atlantic City. I haven't been there in eons. I would love to go back there and see what it's like these days. But I don't need to go to Atlantic City. I got a casino down the street here. Okay? But what I'm saying is Spirit Airlines, it looks like they're in some deep trouble. It's Ralph Williams, Ralph's Opinion. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Don't forget you can catch us on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. I want to thank PodServe for that. They're the ones who send it through. And, I want to thank them for that. You can also, don't forget tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Beaver County Radio. You can tune in on the website if you can't get the signal. You can also tune in live on Beaver County Radio's Facebook page, YouTube channel. Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, my producer, Ryan Karazunis. And we have a big card for you tomorrow. Guest list, not a big one. But, every guest I have is big. I have Bernard Clark Jr., the head football coach of Robert Morris, coming on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, 4:30. I have Matt Venzel. He's the writer for the Post-Gazette who covers the Penguins. And then at 5:30, we're going to talk about WrestleMania for the Wrestle Talk segment. Big event this weekend, WrestleMania. Huge card, huge event, huge matches. We're going to talk about all that. New Universal Champion, new World Champion. We're going to talk about all that tomorrow at 5:30 for the wrestling segment. It's called Wrestle Talk. All right? So don't forget about that as well tomorrow. Sports Corner Radio Show. #1 in Western Pennsylvania, rated by National Galaxy Sports Network and also by the TGI Sports Network. All right. Number one in Western Pennsylvania. All right, real quick here. Okay, let's see what Lotta has to say, well, President Trump took away abortion rights. My sister-in-law had a medical emergency and procedure saved her life as the fetus was dead. Okay, well, that's fine. Again, Lotta, I have no problem with any of that. I have problems when I see a 15-year-old having 3 abortions in 1 year. That's where I have a problem. And that's why this needs to be struck in the butt. Okay? I'd vote for a park bench instead of Trump now, and I'm not even a Democrat. Well, we don't have anybody else out there, Lotta. For what reasons, I don't know. Nobody wants to run. We don't have a younger generation, and we do. It's progressive Democrats who want to see criminals running all over the place. I don't have time to go into that today, but thank you too, Lotta, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Okay. Exactly. No one knows who to vote for. Kennedy. Vote for Kennedy. All right. Because of the name, vote for Kennedy. Because of Trump, vote for vote for Trump. Biden, nah. I say enough. Lotta, thank you as well. Everyone, have yourself a great day. Don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on our social media platforms. We have, don't forget, the way we see it, me, Ralph Williams, Bill Canada, and we'll see you at 7. Till then, have a great one. Till next week, have a great one. And until tomorrow for Sports Corner Radio Show, have a great one.